Once upon a time, in a suburban high school somewhere in Australia, there was a boy. You probably know the type. Fast bike, expensive shoes, and a loud group of friends who laughed at everything he said, no matter how mean. He lived by one dangerous belief. Rules were for everyone else. He was the king of the hallways, but not in a good way. He'd shove kids, trip them just for fun, and take their lunch money, calling it all a joke. The teachers warned him. The other students were terrified of him. Parents complained, but nothing ever changed. Why? Because every single time he was called to the principal's office, his mother would arrive before the punishment did, always smiling, always apologizing, always fixing everything for him. Until one Friday afternoon, it was just another day of him pushing people around. But this time a quiet transfer student, someone who'd been his target for weeks, finally snapped. One push turned into a fall. A bad one. The boy hit his head, hard. The hallway, usually filled with his loud laughter, went completely silent. Then came the sirens, then the parents, then the police, and for the very first time, his mother couldn't just smile it all away. At the police station, the officer looked at them both and said, "This is no longer a school matter." The boy, scared now, turned to his mom and whispered, "Mom, fix this." But her hands were shaking, and her eyes were filled with a fear he'd never seen before. She looked at her son and said, "I protected you from consequences for too long." The school suspended him. His so-called friends didn't visit. His phone stayed silent, no messages, no calls. The laughter that used to follow him everywhere was gone. When he finally returned to school weeks later, he was different. He was quieter. He kept his eyes low. His steps were slower. One day, he saw the same transfer student, the one who had stood up to him, sitting alone in the cafeteria. He hesitated for a moment, then walked over. He placed a juice box on the student's desk and said the hardest word he'd ever had to say in his life. "I'm sorry." Sometimes the lesson comes late. It can be painful and it can be hard, but when it finally arrives, it has the power to change everything. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more.